Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making a assorted stew surrounded by all kinds of proteins like the Titus fish, hackfish, goat's meat, cow beef, and of course some eggs, although I forgot to add it here, but definitely will be inclusive. I love eggs inside stew, especially the ones that have seated for long in the stew. You all know how it tastes, right? So as we all know, stew is that soup that is very important in every home, especially those that doesn't have much time cooking every day. Can be eaten with rice, can be eaten with yam, spaghetti, and so on. So the first step we're going to be taking here is to marinate our proteins, which I'm going to be doing that off the camera because of time frame. First, marinate your protein with some chicken cubes, curry, thyme, onion, ginger, cloves, and allow it cook. Ensure the goat's meat goes in first because it is the hardest of all the proteins, after which the cow beef, then you add in your chicken. I'm not using the hard type of chicken, I mean the native type of chicken, which is why the goat's meat and the beef has to come in first before the chicken. As for the fish, you can prepare that separately because fish doesn't need that much heat to get done. Next, we have our tomato. As you can see, mine has been parboiled. I'm sorry because I had to do this also off the camera because of time, just to save time. So ensure you parboil your tomatoes before frying. I'll also be adding some sachet tomato paste due to its unique flavor and ability to thicken the stew, after which we'll set this aside. Now it's time to check our protein. As you can see, the meats are done, and if you check carefully, you will see the fishes are not inclusive because the heat needed to cook the fish cannot be as high as what we used in cooking the meat. So I will just take this off the pot and then we'll keep the stock aside for later use. The pot has been taken out of the cooker and now we are placing the frying pan on it to fry our protein. Remember to keep the heat at medium low so it can be perfectly fried and to avoid splashing out oil. Now we are pouring in our vegetable oil and then we allow it to get heated, and then we go in with our fish and allow it to fry properly. After then we add in our other proteins, which is the beef and the chicken and the goat's meat. Then we allow it fry properly, like allow it fry very dry. Now it's time to fry our stew. Once the oil heats up, you add in your onion, then allow it fry for a few seconds and then go in with your tomato. Now after adding your tomato, you keep stirring, continuously until the tomato absorb the oil. Keep stirring so that it doesn't get stick to the pot. So I will continue doing the frying off the camera until I get to the point where the tomato is well fried and when the tomato has absorbed all the oil. And also do not forget to do this on a low heat so your tomato doesn't get burnt. And also you keep stirring until you arrive at this point when you can't find any oil in it. And then we add in our seasoning. I'm using Knorr cubes to be precise, after which we add in our salt, and then we add in our curry powder that contains cloves, nutmeg, and some other ingredients. And after which we add in our tomato spices. It's very good in stew because it gives it that red color. It adds to the color of the stew, and also it gives it a nice flavor. Then after adding this to it, I think this is the last this is the last quantity remaining in it, so I'll be adding all to it. After adding this, then we'll stir it properly, give it a proper mix so as to mix everything together. Then we add in our stock. That's the stock we got from our proteins. After adding it, we stir it together, and then we cover it and allow it cook for few minutes. Once it has fried very well, then we come back and add our protein, all our proteins. After adding it, we stir it very well, and then we add some water. So after you must have added your water and allow it boil for a few minutes, this is the outcome of it. This is how your stew looks like. When you see the oil dancing on it, you know your stew is almost ready. And then I forgot to add in our crayfish. If you have not been adding crayfish to your stew, please just give it a try. Crayfish inside stew, it's a wow. Another thing many of us do not know is that stew is very easy but very delicate to prepare. You make stew today, it comes out good. Next day, you're wondering what's happened. So the secret in making a perfect stew every time is to use low heat. I mean medium-low heat. Now, remember that egg I said I would definitely be adding. Here's the time to add it. So I'll be adding these 4 eggs inside my stew and then allow it stay for some days before eating it. So guys, this is it. Our stew is ready. Now, have you clicked on the like button? So if you find this video helpful and interesting, please do not forget to like, share, and also if you have not subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get notified when I post a new video.